welcome to my channel. Welcome back for everyone who already knows me, and if you don't know me, hi, I'm Vicky Justiz. I do home workouts, I'm a certified trainer, and
I love my carbs.
So this video is about carbs. Let me start off by saying that everything is what I say in this video is drawn from actual scientific studies, and I will link all the studies that I used here in the description, but I also learned this through getting my license and through studies and through university and all that good stuff. If you love pasta, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell to get notified of my videos so we can keep working out together, learning together, eating pasta together, and getting snatched together. Also, always remember to consult with a registered dietitian if you have any specific dietary needs, because everybody's bodies are different, and depending on what your health conditions are, you may need very personalized advice. All right, so first, let's talk about high protein, low carb diets, which you should not do. Now, this is not keto. Keto diets are something different, and we will talk about it in this video. But first, we will address high protein diets. So many people think that to eat healthy, you just have to get a shitload of protein in and try to avoid carbs as much as possible. This cannot be more wrong and honestly dangerous. Now, it is important to note that by high protein, I mean when 35% or more of your calories are coming from protein. For the average American, around 15% of calories are coming from protein, and the general recommendation is anywhere from 10 to 30%. I probably eat closer to the 30% mark because, I do a lot of exercise and I do have a booty that I have to, keep up with. The more active and the more resistance training you do, the more protein you will need. But in the fitness world, a lot of people assume that the more protein they eat, the more their muscles will grow and the healthier they are. And this is just not true. It does not work that way. For example, I still consume protein shakes and protein bars because a lot of my meals are very carb heavy. Like I said, I love pasta, I love mac and cheese, I love bread, I love sweets. And the prime time to get protein post-workout is usually within an hour of your workout, and I don't always feel hungry right after my workout, so that's where a protein shake and a protein bar really comes in handy. I use the ones from Women's Best and I love them. And for muscle repair, I also drink BCAAs during my workout. So BCAAs help with muscle repair and muscle recovery and muscle growth, but they are kind of separated from the protein. So you're not really getting protein as a macro, and this does help a lot from me. And the link to shop all these things is in my description. Thank you so much if you choose to shop through my link. I do have more videos that go in depth on supplements and why I use them. So if you want to check that out, I'll also drop that for you in the description. All right, so let's go back to high protein diets. According to an article by Harvard Medical School, some of the conditions linked to high protein diets are high cholesterol and high risk of cardiovascular disease, increased cancer risk, increased risk of kidney disease and kidney stones and infection, weight gain, which yes, seems a little weird for something that's supposed to be a weight loss diet, constipation and diarrhea, the list goes on and on and on. Our bodies are designed inherently to use carbs as its primary energy and fuel source. Restricting carbs starves your body of readily usable energy. This is the energy that your body uses for pretty much anything. Now, your body burns actual fat mostly at rest when your body is, still or you're sleeping, and protein can be used for energy, but only in times of starvation. Eating a low carb, high protein diet will leave you feeling exhausted all the time. Your body is basically gonna be like,
what the fuck? Where is my energy? Where are the carbs?
They provide energy for high intensity exercise, and get this, carbs are also necessary for your body to metabolize fats. Carbs also spare protein as a fuel source so that protein can be used to actually repair your muscles. If protein is being used and broken down for energy, it is not going to be used to repair your muscles and for muscle growth. Plus, carbs provide fiber, minerals, and vitamins that you cannot get from fats and protein. Now, don't get me wrong, I love protein. You need it for so many functions in your body, but most of your calories should not be coming from protein. Obviously, consuming too much of anything is bad, and there are a lot of people that do consume too many carbs, especially too many processed carbs that have a high glycemic index, which actually spikes your blood sugar, and that is not good, which is why we should aim to get most of our carbs from unprocessed complex carbs, such as whole grains, fruits, veggies, etc. A good range for carbs is anywhere from 35 to 55%. Proteins would be 15 to 30%, and fats would be 20 to 30%. Now, people who are more active generally need more carbs so that they have more readily usable energy for exercise. Now, let's talk about keto diet. So keto is different than a high protein diet. Keto is essentially a high fat diet. So in keto, you're getting around 80% of your calories from fats, around 15% from protein, and like 5% from carbs. Very little carbs in this diet. When you do a keto diet, you're putting your body in a state of ketosis, which means that your body switches from using carbs as its primary energy source to using fats as its primary energy source. So you will still feel good and energized on this diet when compared to high protein diets, but your body metabolizing and using fats for energy is a survival mechanism. It's not really meant to be used long term or on a daily basis. So what is the hype around keto? Like, why do people love it so much? I have personally tried keto myself, and I can tell you exactly what the hype is. When I first tried keto, I lost like 5 pounds within the first week. I looked ripped, like literally all the stubborn areas, all the areas where I looked a little puffy, gone. It was like magic. But a lot of people think that this is some magical way that they've lost all their fat. This is false. When you start doing keto and you lower your intake of carbs, your body stops retaining water. Carbs is what really retains water. So when you completely cut carbs from your diet, your body stops retaining water and you drop a lot of water weight, which is why you see the number on the scale go down, which is why you look leaner, your muscles look more ripped, and you look smaller. As soon as you stop doing keto and you get out of ketosis, that water weight will come back. It's not something that's sustainable unless you're gonna do keto for your whole life. And you might be asking yourself, well, what if I just do a keto diet forever? This is not sustainable. There actually haven't even been any studies done on the long-term effect of keto because they haven't been able to get any participants to actually do this consistently for long periods of time. There are also, again, so many nutrients that you need to get from carbs. Like, imagine having to limit how much fruit you are eating. Like, if somebody tells you not to eat fruit, don't ever talk to them again. Seriously. And since someone needs to eat so many fats to stay in ketosis, a lot of people on keto tend to start going for low quality fats, for a lot of saturated fats, even trans fat, which is like terrible. And this also is such a strict diet that it can cause a lot of people to get into disordered eating. And like I said, it's just not sustainable. And in my opinion, not just in my opinion, in many professionals' opinion, not the best way to lose weight or get in shape. So yeah, while there is a lot of hype around keto, there have been no medical studies looking at the long-term effects of keto. And this is a diet that was originally created to help with very specific medical issues. So unless you have those issues and a doctor or a dietitian recommends this diet for you, I would not recommend doing that. What gives you fat loss is being in a caloric deficit, meaning you consume less calories than you burn. It does not matter where those calories come from. It doesn't matter if they're protein, if they're fats, if they're carbs. It doesn't matter. As long as there's less, your body will start using and breaking down your fat for energy. And actually, on a keto diet, you may be more inclined to gain weight. Why is that? There is something called the thermic effect of food. What this means is your body actually burns calories digesting and breaking down the food. So each macro, protein, carbs, and fats, each have their own little thermic number. So fat has the absolute lowest TEF. Carbs are in the middle and protein has the highest. That's why there's this term called meat sweats, which is when someone eats a lot of protein or they start doing one of those high protein diets, they start sweating a lot, like in their sleep, throughout the day, just all the time, because your body is actively trying to break down the protein and store it, and you're actually burning calories by doing that. It is metabolically inexpensive to convert fat into fat stores, and your body will always take the path of least resistance. So not only is it burning less calories, breaking down the fat, but it is more likely to store that as fat than to use it for energy because it is so easy to store. Only 3% of the calories found in fat are used to break down and store it. When you compare it to carbs, in which 23% of the calories that come from carbs are used to break down and store it. Now, I'm not saying that fats are terrible and that fats will make you fat. They do not. Fats are absolutely important to your health, but again, in moderation. Like, trust me, I love my fats. I put olive oil on everything. I put
soft cream on everything.
I love it. But 80% of your calories should not be coming from fats. Now remember, this whole fat storage thing is only relevant if you're in a caloric surplus. If you're eating in a caloric deficit, there is not really going to be any calories left over to store and your body will burn them. The goal of this video is to get you to embrace sustainable change that you can use in the long term. We're not going for quick fixes here for fat diets. That is not what me or this channel or what life should be about. A balanced, unprocessed diet that is rich in fruits, veggies, lean meats, fish, whole grain, nuts, seeds, everything seems to have the best evidence for your health and your happiness. Remember, what matters most is calories in versus calories out. It is actually very, very simple. We don't need to overcomplicate this. Eat your pasta, get your exercise in, get your veggies and fruits in. Everything in moderation is a-okay. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this kind of helped you embrace your carbs a little bit, taught you maybe something a little bit you didn't know. I know this video was very information heavy, and like I said, all the studies will be linked in the description so you can check them out yourself and read up more on that. And yeah, any questions that you guys have, please feel free to ask in the comment section. I will try to answer them, or maybe if I get a lot, I will save them for kind of like a nutrition Q&A. I'll do it here, or maybe I'll even do it on my Instagram, so you can follow me on Instagram. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.